Welcome to episode 24 of the Tough Draw Talks podcast. I am your host, Brad Hughes. Appreciate you being along for the ride. Today's episode, we are back at the NFR in Las Vegas, coming to you live from the floor of Cowboy Christmas in the Lane Frost brand booth. I somewhat sound like Froggy from the Little Rascals today, but we're going to push through and power on. I'm excited to sit down with this young man today, Lukasey Morris. Lukasey has already wrapped up the Rookie of the Year race in the bull riding and really has had an up and down season when it comes to injuries. But here he is, qualified for his first NFR. Lukasey, good morning, dude. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you this morning?
Man, I'm doing all right. I woke up this morning and jumped in the shower, and I was like, okay, I can't really hear my voice very well. So just kind of lost my voice, so we'll try to make this work, so you might have to lean in to hear me. All right, Lukasey, I don't know how many podcasts, if you've listened to any of them, but we like to start off with a little icebreakers, a couple questions just to get the jitters out and get you loose. Kind of like stretching before you get on a bull, right?
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite food?
It was steak, but at the hotel I'm staying at, they got some garlic green beans, and they're amazing. That's probably my new favorite food, is garlic green beans.
There you go. Where are you staying?
The Virgin, right by the Thomas and Mack.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been out here to Vegas?
Yep.
Okay.
This would be my third time.
First time competing, or did you do like junior bull riding and stuff?
I didn't do the junior NFR, but they did the IMBA deal at the Plaza, and that's where I went.
I got you.
But
I got you. Very cool, man. All right, so this is always an interesting one. So what would you be doing if you weren't riding bulls?
Not playing other sports because I'm not very athletic. Probably just raising bulls. Honestly.
Raising bulls?
Yeah.
Do you have some right now?
I got 7 head. They're just practice bulls though. They're not nothing.
Yeah, little
NFR
spinners.
Quality. Yeah, they're just practice bulls.
Nice. Do you have a pen at your house?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right out the back door, about 50 yards from the front door or the house. Even there's got an arena with 4 buck and shoots and
heck yeah,
nice little turn back pin.
Heck yeah, that's where we filmed, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
When we came out there, for the documentary. That's awesome, man. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a sec. All right, so I'm a filmmaker, so I gotta ask, what's your favorite movie?
Probably John Wayne and the Little Cowboys.
There you go. It's a good one.
Yeah,
it's a good one. What about what's your favorite? Do you watch sports movies?
Not really. I mean,
Okay.
I used to, but
all right,
it's just Netflix now.
So you don't even know 8 seconds. You aren't gonna put that high on your list. Where's that at?
Yeah, but I mean, I've already watched that movie.
You've already worn that tape out?
Yeah,
there you go.
I can probably tell you the whole script and just read it out loud.
Yeah. All right, so this question's always really interesting, and I love kind of the direction it can take things or how people decide to answer it. But what's the best compliment you've ever received?
Probably how good my manners are, how respectful I am. Probably.
That's cool.
Other than that, that's probably about the only compliments. Either that or riding good. But
yeah,
I ain't as good as I want to be in the bull riding yet, so I really don't count that as a compliment quite yet.
Yeah, very cool, man. Very cool. Well, so you live up in Oklahoma. Tell me a little bit about your background and how you got into riding bulls and stuff like that.
Well, my dad rode bulls professionally for a couple years, and he actually lived kind of down the road from Lane, and so he went over to Lane's house a lot, and Lane kind of showed him how Lane rode bulls, and so my dad learned how to ride bulls from Lane in a sense. And I know when I was born, my dad had bucking cows, and he had bulls around the house all the time, and there's always pictures of bull riding on the wall. We're always going to bull ridings, and so that's all I was really knew from the time I was born. And then I was about 4. I got on my first sheep, and then just kept
then
on
it took
rolling.
Off from there, right?
Yes, sir.
That's cool. So you were just kind of born into rodeo, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool, man. Very cool. What about you high school rodeo? Did you do high school rodeo? And do you go to any college? Like, do you college rodeo at all?
Yep, I did the junior high rodeos, the high school rodeos, and then now I'm in the college association. I go to school in Southwestern.
Okay.
At SWASU, yes, sir.
Awesome. How's that going?
It's going. I don't really like it.
Yeah.
College rodeo, it does not pay. If you win, you're gonna win $200. And I'm not.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good. Like, they're fun to go to. Like, all your friends, and like, you're on a team. Like, cause you're on the same school, so you're on a team. So, I mean, that makes it really fun. But
absolutely,
I would rather pro rodeo.
Absolutely. Very cool, man. So you just kind of alluded to it, and I kind of want to pull back the layers and dive in a little bit on that. So you're a Lane Frost brand athlete. What does that mean to you to represent the Lane Frost brands, and especially with the history that you alluded to with your dad about, growing up and him actually going to some of Lane's buckouts and being mentored by him a little bit? What does that mean to you to be a part of that?
Well, Lane, I mean, he publicized the sport of bull riding and rodeo just so much more after what he did and like the type of guy he was. And then when 8 Seconds came out, I mean, that just boosted the whole rodeo industry just to this, like, so much. And then, I mean, to be able to have guys like Stetson and everybody else that with Lane Frost brand believe in me enough to represent a guy that was of Lane's caliber is just pretty special. And then Stetson sponsors three of us in the PRCA, and we all three made the NFR this year, so yeah, that's even cooler.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, this your first NFR, right? So, just to kind of put some perspective on it, you've already, like I alluded to earlier, you already locked up Rookie of the Year, but your season has been far from easy.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your season this year and kind of the ups and downs. And I know injuries have been a big part of that.
Oh yes, sir. Like the first 2 months of the season I was winning the world all the way from October 1st to about December or January, and I was just riding everything. They could not throw me off. And then I started going back and forth, kind of up and downs, getting bucked off, staying on some, and then this summer, July 3rd, right before the big summer run took off, I broke my leg, and it was a spiral fracture, and I had to go to Dallas and get surgery and get a rod and 3 screws, and they told me they didn't want me riding until the middle of October, which the season ends in September. Yeah. So at that point, I was 7th in the world when I broke my leg, and I stayed at home for a month and came back August, and then stayed on my first 2 out of 3 back from my leg, and then my third one back stepped on my back, knocked me out, like punctured my lung, tore my labrum in my shoulder, and tore my rotator cuff and my labrum, and I had to stay in the hospital overnight. And so then the last month of the season I was riding with a broke leg and then a messed up shoulder, and so we went to Pendleton for the Extreme Bulls finale. And I broke my nose and got knocked out twice at Pendleton. So it was like the last half of the season was not very good to me.
Yeah. So far from easy to get here.
Oh, yes, sir.
So what did you, like in those moments, what did you learn about yourself? Because you're young. How old are you, 19?
I'm 20.
20.
Just turned 20 this year.
Okay. So thinking about that, as a young guy, like what did you learn through that?
I learned that I'm pretty tough, but just don't give up on yourself, because, I mean, there was multiple times this year, like when I was hurt the last 2 months of the season, I was like, there's no way I'm going to make the finals, but then everybody just kept pushing me to go, like just keep getting on and just keep trying to do my part, and I just kept getting on them, and I stayed on a couple here and there and ended up winning enough to make it.
Yeah. So percentage-wise, coming into this NFR, where are you at of health? I know everybody here, and you can probably allude to this, everybody's probably nicked up a little bit. I mean, you can't go through a full season and not be.
Yeah.
But, percentage-wise, with not only so much injuries, but so many severe injuries as well, like where are you at right now, percentage-wise, you think?
Well, I mean, I feel better than what I did before I even got hurt, because I've been staying at Cody Webster's house. We've been working out every day, and he's been getting on to me about being healthy, and so I feel great. Like, I still have a shoulder brace. I've been wearing it, but it doesn't hurt at all.
That's great. Well, so we talked a little bit about the lows, but let's talk about some of the highs. Like you said, from October all the way into like January and February, you were riding, you were on fire.
Yes, sir.
So, what was that run like? And, kind of your breaking in point to the PRCA, like, when the highs were high, what was that like? What rodeos did you win? And, what are some memorable moments for you throughout that first part?
Well, when I'm on fire, it just feels like nothing can stop you. Like, really, like nothing can throw you off, and that's just a good feeling. But at San Antonio, I made the short round there.
That's awesome.
I got bucked off there, but made the short round, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Houston was a really fun one. I stayed on my first one, made the semifinals, didn't do good there, and then I was supposed to go to Calgary, and then I broke my leg, so I wasn't able to go. That was pretty sad. But then at Pendleton for the rodeo, I didn't do no good there, but just to go to all those big rodeos that I grew up watching as a little kid, wanting to go to my whole life, is just really cool.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. You alluded to this a little bit earlier, but when you think about you're not where you want to be, and because when we talked about the compliment, you were like, I'm not where I want to be, right?
Yes, sir.
What are some things that you need to work on kind of moving forward as you go past this NFR?
I definitely need to work on taking better care of my body, like working out more, eating healthy, like just starting to actually act like an athlete, not just a cowboy.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's probably pretty true for anybody that wants to stay on the top of their game. That's something that I've heard a lot about, and a lot of guys on the podcast have talked about that, whether it's like at some point it kind of clicked with them, of like, but that's awesome that it's only your rookie year and you're already realizing that.
Yes,
and
sir.
Obviously Webster's a great one to do that with.
Yeah.
If you can pick out one or two rides this year that you remember, do you have any 90s this year?
Never had a 90 in my life.
Not yet?
No, sir.
Well, you'll get one here.
I got a good one
tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been on Soy El Fuego?
No, sir, I haven't. But
watched him a bunch?
Oh, I've watched him a lot.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about, your riding style, right? Let's talk about that, because your get-offs are a little rough sometimes.
Yeah. I just kind of... They don't pay for getting off of them. They just pay you for riding them. So I just kind of try to stay on them, and I'm kind of scared to get off of them sometimes. It's kind of scary. I'd rather stay on their back, but getting off's the hardest part of them, believe it or not. But hopefully one day I'll figure out how to get off of them correctly.
Yeah. What out of anything, what's your most memorable ride this year? Would you say? Like, what was the bull? Where was it at? That sort of stuff.
It's probably St. Paul, Oregon, on Ugly Wish. I was 88.5 points, and
there you go.
He's out tonight. I thought I was gonna draw him, but Maverick Potter done got him from me.
Yeah. What do you remember about that ride? What does that bull do? How does that work, either to your strengths or what was going on that night that worked real well for you, if you can remember?
That bull came from Oklahoma, about an hour and a half west of me.
Yeah.
He came from Clint Vickers, and then he's just a big old school gray Bramer, just up and down around to the left into my hand, and he's so big he's hard to fall off of. He's big old fat boy. So you can be hanging off the side and you'd still be right in the middle of him.
That's cool. Do you ride better into your hand?
I like to think so.
Yeah.
But the last couple months of the season when my shoulder was messed up, I couldn't pick it up over my head, so I wanted them to all go right.
There you go.
And then I figured out how to stay on them going away from my hand, so... And then after the season ended, I didn't get on no practice bulls until the first round of the finals. So,
oh wow!
Still trying to figure out which way I want them to go now.
Yeah. So, talk a little bit about that to our audience, because what I love to do with this is like provide the fans an inside perspective. But for you, One thing that always fascinates me is like when guys get hurt and they have to make adjustments, what can they learn, right? Kind of like what you were saying, like when you couldn't raise your arm up, you started working the other direction, right? What is that? How does that work? How does that mentality work? Is it really just that simple of like you just make an adjustment and you start to pick it up, or how do you do that? Like how do you learn to start riding one way or another?
It's not that easy because once you do something for, I've been riding bulls for 16 years now, dang near 15.
Yeah.
Like so once you do something a certain way for that long, then you can't just drop it and then it's like a bad habit. You can't just drop a bad habit. Like you're gonna have to. It's gonna take some time and some dedication to figure out how to get it work.
Yeah.
But with my shoulder deal, I actually had my shoulder and my arm strapped down. Like it's a Sully brace, I think is what it's called. I don't know if you know what that is or not, but they had it strapped down with some straps, so I couldn't even pick it up. So when that was happening, like when they went left, it was that much harder because I didn't know how to ride bulls like that.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. But you just make the adjustment and keep going, keep gritting it out. That's pretty cool. Are there any bulls here that you're aware of that you want to get on? I know you just referred to one that was out tonight, but are there any other bulls that you kind of got your eyes on of like, I'd really like to get on them?
Yeah, Ugly Wish. I wanted him tonight, but he'll be out again, so I might get on him the next time around. And the first night, I got on Buchan of Matt Sharping's, and I wanted him. But pretty much the main one is Ugly Wish, because that's the only one that I've rode before that's here, so I want him again.
Yeah. Have you ever been on riding solo?
Nope, not yet. I kind of do.
Do you?
I think we would get along. He just floats up in the air into my hand, so
yeah.
I think that would be cool. And that he's an Oklahoma bull, so
yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh stuck it to him at the PBR World Finals. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was a really good ride.
Yeah. So, you hadn't broke the ice just yet, right? What's your mentality when you have a couple buck-offs in a row of like, are there adjustments you got to make, or is it just the confidence to know, like, I can get it done? Or, like you said, I know you've been dealing with injuries too, so it's kind of like, where's your mentality at? How do you keep your mindset and your focus to keep plowing and keep chipping away? Because eventually you'll break that ice.
Yeah, well, like, I didn't have it. I just been working out the last month. Didn't get on no practice bulls, but I've been staying with Webster, and he's just all about like your mentality about it. And I've dang sure had a good mentality coming towards the finals. And after I got booked off the first night, that was 110% my fault. And then the second night was my fault too. I just kind of didn't get a good go at him leaving there, and I kind of just fell off. And then last night, that bull was this. It's kind of an excuse, but that bull's I've never seen that bull go right before.
Yeah.
And I thought he was just going to go left bucking, and I'd known better, but I dove off in there as soon as I nodded, and he felt me and just went the other way. So that was self-inflicted 100%. But tonight I'm just going to stay right in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
ride him jump for jump.
Yep.
Yeah. What, with that mindset, are you the type that likes to know what a bull does, or do you like to try to just ride them jump for jump and not worry about what they do or don't do?
I like to have a general idea of what they're going to do. Like, nowadays, I just ask for a video, and everybody has a video of every bull, especially at the NFR.
Exactly,
but,
because don't they have to submit like 5 videos or something per bull? Yeah.
And then,
do y'all have access to that?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
We're supposed to remember all them bulls. I don't remember bulls very well unless I've actually been on them before. But
yeah, it's pretty amazing how some of these guys are like, they can tell you what all 100 bulls out here are gonna do.
Yeah.
Like Josh seems like that type. Like he knows every bull going up and down the road.
Yeah.
Maybe that just comes with the time and age in the PRCA. I don't know.
How good you pay attention, I guess.
Yeah.
Because normally at a bull riding, I just kind of focus on myself.
Yeah.
Like, I just focus on me and the bull I have. So, I'm not really watching any other bulls unless I just see a video of it on Instagram or something like that. Then I'm going to know what to do. But if I haven't been on that bull before, I'm probably not going to know what he's going to do.
Yeah. What does it mean to you to to already have wrapped up Rookie of the Year?
That means a lot. 'Cause the list of Rookie of the Year guys in the bull riding, is outstanding. And Bubba Gregg, that's one of my best friends, and me and him was battling back and forth.
Yeah, that was an intense battle too.
Yeah, for like the first 4 or 5 months of the season, and then his hip started bothering him, and then I broke my leg, and then we just both kind of got wrecked out quite a bit. And then Auntie Mitchell, he was coming in to beat us, and then he passed away, that was really sad.
Yeah, that was tragic.
Yeah, but to be able to get that wrapped up, that's been my goal since I was 4 years old, is win Rookie of the Year and win the world.
Yeah.
So I got one of them knocked down. I feel really blessed. And you only got one shot at Rookie of the Year. So
it's true.
I'm glad I took advantage of it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it took a lot of perseverance to get there. Just in general, growing up in rodeo and the community aspect of rodeo and Western culture in general, what has it meant to you? And, what do you think? Because I know stuff like Yellowstone has come out and it's been made a lot more popular to be a cowboy again, and Western culture is kind of the thing right now. But, being genuinely from it all along, to you, what is Western culture? How do you define the community and the aspects of it that you grew up in?
To be a real cowboy, it's not like Yellowstone is, which I'm not trying to badmouth Yellowstone. I watch Yellowstone, but that's not what actual cowboy is. To me, a cowboy is somebody who's going to go in the pasture and rope a bunch of bulls and tie them down and do stuff like that. And in the Western lifestyle, everybody's just a huge family pretty much. Everybody's going to take care of each other as much as they can. So even this year, a bunch of the rodeo contestants, a bunch of the rough stock guys helped me get from, I've caught rides with a bunch of people from rodeo
Absolutely.
to rodeo, and I've given rides to people from rodeo to rodeo. So it's just a big family, more or less. Everybody's just trying to help everybody out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's one of the most kind of endearing things about this culture is the fact that, it is like a big family. And, when you're a part of it, you're a part of it. Even just on the dock, for example, every time we go out there to film, Miss Elsie welcomes us into her home, and we just break bread together, pray together, and just, do life together. It's really cool. It's always an awesome experience. And same way when you show up to a rodeo, it's always awesome. So speaking of the future, kind of where Western culture is and what the heart of it is and the future of it, PBR has done a lot for the sport of bull riding just in general, but the new teams thing, I know you've probably had a little bit of time just to see it on social media and kind of follow along with what's going on. What do you think of something like that, like the team aspect and being a part of something with a group of guys?
I do really like the idea because, it's just like watching a baseball game or a football game. It just gives you, each individual person can pick a team for them, a team that they like. So, for me, I like the Oklahoma Freedom, so I'm always going to pull for them. So it just gives you something to cheer for, and I like the idea, but then again, I feel like it's kind of robbing some of those guys, the drive, their motivation. Because I don't know the full details, but from what I've understand, you just get paid to be on a team.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you get bucked off or if you go win. You're gonna get paid anyway. So it kind of just robs your motivation. But I like the idea, but it's been pretty exciting to watch them some couple events this year.
Absolutely. Yeah. One of the interesting things I think of when I watch it, I talked to Josh about this. Interesting thing is you may go 90, but your buddy right next to you that's on your team, you got to cheer for him. You need him to go 93, Yeah. And it's kind of that dynamic of making yourself better. And then, kind of to what you're saying, one of the things that I've heard and experienced through talking to people is those guys that are on the Austin Gamblers, for example, being around Jose, you can't help but soak up information and mentality and stuff like that and learn from him, right? Is that something you've ever considered of going to the PBR or PBR teams?
Yeah, if they wouldn't have that helmet rule, I would have put my name in for the team's draft for sure. But I'm not a fan of the helmets. That's just my personal preference.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna knock anybody for wearing a helmet. I mean, I think there's times where they are good, but just for me, the helmets don't get along. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much the only reason I didn't put my name in for the team deal.
Very interesting. I guess I didn't know there was a helmet rule for the teams thing.
Yep.
I mean, I know they brand the helmets and stuff, so, like your team has a style of helmet.
Yeah.
Huh, that's interesting.
But it's the PBR.
Yeah.
The PBR, they make you wear, I think it's if you're under a certain age or if you were born after a certain year, you have to wear a helmet.
Okay, I got you. Huh, interesting. I didn't even know that. That's
Yeah.
cool, man. Yeah, that's always something that when I watch you ride, it makes me sweat bullets, actually, because I'm always like, you're like one of the only people I know that doesn't wear a helmet anymore.
Yeah.
And I know you said it's personal preference, but have you ever tried to wear a helmet? And not speaking to any brand specifics or anything like that, but what is it in general to you? Kind of the decision of wearing a helmet versus not wearing a helmet? Because don't you have to wear a helmet in college?
Yep, you do have to wear a helmet in college, and
Yeah.
but I from all the way to junior high in 7th grade, so my senior year at high school, I wore a helmet, but in 2020 at the high school nationals, I got hurt real bad and had 2 brain bleeds and severe brain swelling, a concussion, and I was in ICU for a couple days. And then after that, I kept getting on, and just the slightest, my head would barely hit the ground, and it just knocked me out. And I was riding with a big heavy helmet.
Oh, I got
And
you.
so then that was during my senior year of high school when I kept getting knocked out.
Yeah.
So I still had to wear it.
Mhm.
And I told myself, I was like, once I get done with high school, I'm not wearing a helmet again. And our high school state rodeo short round was that day.
Yeah.
And I didn't make the nationals.
Yeah.
So I drove to a pro rodeo that night and wore a hat and didn't put a helmet back on.
I got you.
But
Huh.
at the high
Interesting.
school rodeo, at the college rodeos, I just wear, I stopped using that big heavy helmet,
Yeah.
and I started just borrowing one of my buddy's little hockey helmets. It's real light.
Yeah.
It's the closest thing to a hat.
I mean, just in general, what are your goals? I know you just alluded to Rookie of the Year and then win a world title and stuff, but what are some of the things in the boxes you kind of want to check along the way? And also, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Who'd you travel with this year, and how traveling partners kind of play into the goals and the drive and things like that.
Some other big goals. It's not out the window yet, but I still want to win the average here.
Yeah.
I still got 7 more, and
Yep,
if
absolutely.
I can ride 7 in a row, I think I could win the average, and then I want to win a gold buckle, I want to win the world, and then but traveling partners. Wyatt Denny, bareback rider. I've traveled with him some.
Yeah.
A bunch of horse riders mainly, or by myself.
Yeah.
But it's all who you surround yourself with. Wyatt Denny, he didn't make the finals this year. I think he was 16th for the 2nd or 3rd year in a row. But he's still he's still positive as all can be after that, which that kind of blows my mind. I'm not sure how I would take that being one hole out 3 years in a row. But
Absolutely.
it's just all about who you surround yourself with. If you're gonna be around winners, then you're gonna become a winner. And then if you hang around, if Wyatt would have a negative attitude towards it, and just felt bad for himself, then that wouldn't have been
good to be around.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like you feed off of what you surround yourself with, right?
Yep.
That's cool, man. What about check boxes, right? Are there some big rodeos? You had alluded to some of the bigger rodeos you grew up watching as kids, and the more historic ones and stuff like that. But what's if I had to just kind of rapid fire, what's one big rodeo you want to win?
Calgary.
That was fast. Why Calgary?
It's just
the history.
yeah. It's just a cool rodeo.
Yeah.
Canada, the arena's huge. It just looks like it'd be a fun one to win, and
Absolutely.
it gives away a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, We, at this point, we like to look up some fan questions, so I'm getting those pulled up right now. You never know what's going to get asked. Let me tell you. Let's see. Who we got? All right. Oh, man. Okay. First one, right out the gate. You never know what you're going to get, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
You're making me nervous.
Stetson wants to know, what is your grooming regimen for your mustache?
Oh, man. Just shower every day. Just make
Shower,
sure.
wash your face.
Yeah, just make sure it's washed.
That's awesome. Jeremy asks, would you have liked to have had a chance to ride some of the great old bulls like Bushwhacker and Bodacious and Red Rock and bulls like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like bulls like Bruiser too as well. I mean, he passed away, but I mean all those old bulls, they're some of the greatest. So I mean that would have been cool to have a chance to get on them.
Yeah. Is your mentality when you go into things like, I want to ride the rank ones, like I want to be on those really good ones?
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
those epic, like legendary type bulls, you know?
yeah, especially this being my first year at the NFR. Like, got bucked off my first 3, but I want to make a really good ride and like something that's dang sure gonna let people know I didn't make it here on accident.
Exactly. You might. I mean, I know Soel Fuego's a little bit older now, but I mean, I bet you could still go 89, 90 on him.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a real good bull.
Just open up and spur on him a little
Yes,
bit, right? Another fan question we had was your family, right? Especially your dad. I know, like, you know, and your grandma's here, right?
Yes,
She's
sir.
actually been walking around
Yeah.
while we're doing the podcast. Shout out to your grandma. But what does that mean to you to come here with your family, and you know, and how does that support system help you throughout the year, and especially through your injuries?
Well, I mean, they're the only ones that's truly ever been there like since the start of it. So, I mean, they've been there through all the broken bones, all the high points and all the lows, and they've still supported me and helped me chase my dream in any way they could. So, for me to finally halfway accomplish that, all my dreams and goals of making my first NFR and winning Rookie of the Year, and to be able to have them out here with me, and to knowing that they had a part in all of this is just really special.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. And Cinnamon asks, if a kid wanted to get started bull riding, how would you recommend they do it? Especially because you were born into it, but even if maybe somebody wasn't born into a rodeo family, like parents listening, stuff like that, kind of what would be your advice as far as getting kids into it?
Well, it's never too late to start, but I would definitely 100% get a hold of Cody Custer. He has bull riding schools, and I mean, he's all about, it doesn't matter how good you ride. If you're a beginner, like if you've never even seen a bull before, or if you're like very advanced, I mean, he has something for every type of rider, and he's all about staying on the right kind of stock. So if a kid's a beginner, he's going to make dang sure that they're on the right kind of stock, and he's not going to wreck them out, and he's not going to break the egg in them, and he's going to dang sure try to build them up and build their confidence up, and then just keep trying to help them up the ladder.
That's fantastic. Man, Lukasey, I've really enjoyed this today. Thank you very, very much for coming. Is there anything else you'd like to say to your fans, your friends, your family, or just any fans of rodeo in general?
Just thanks for the support, and it ain't over yet.
There you go. I think you're going to get a gold buckle this year. I really do. I think you're going to win a round or two, I bet.
Yes, sir.
So,
starting tonight.
That's right. Start tonight. You got a good one.
We got 3 strikes out the way.
Yeah, you got a pretty good one.
Yes, sir.
Tell Corey to really flank that bull real good.
Oh, yeah.
Get him ready. Thank you so much again for being here, man. I really, really appreciate it. And again, thank you all for listening, and to the Lane Frost brand for having us out here. Stetson and the Frost family have been great to us and always have been, and sponsor these podcasts. Make sure and go to lanefrost.com to find everything Lane Frost, including information about the upcoming documentary. Lukasey, where can people find you on social media and follow along with like what you got going on and stuff?
On Facebook, I have a public page just for my it's like just my bull riding page.
Yep.
I kind of post my schedule.
Okay.
Post all my rides on there, and that's Lukasey Morris, PRCA bull rider.
Okay.
And my Instagram is, I got to get on here and look, so I can't even remember what it is.
Can't remember the
It's
handle.
just Lukasey Morris _.
Okay.
And then that's just kind of posting. Pretty much everything I post about is just bull riding and
Absolutely.
sponsors.
Yeah, but they can find your schedule and stuff and autograph signings where you be here. Awesome, man. Awesome. Again, thank y'all for listening. Follow along with us, and I apologize for my voice. My froggy voice has been bugging me all day. But follow along with us on social media at Tough Draw and at Tough Draw Talks for more episodes of our podcast as we continue to bring y'all closer to the rodeo community. Until next time, everyone, enjoy the ride.